This is Winning Cures Everything. Here's your host, Gary Seegers.
It's Monday, May the 20th. This is Winning Cures Everything. I'm your host, Gary Seegers. You can follow me on Twitter at GaryWCE. You can follow the show at Winning Cures. You can also get us on Facebook, facebook.com/Winning Cures Everything. On YouTube, youtube.com/Winning Cures Everything, etc., etc. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, sometime after 3 p.m. Today, we jumped in right after the Trendon Watford commitment to LSU. I'll give you a rundown of what we're going to talk about on today's show. Trendon Watford committed. We're going to talk about that, what it means, how it happened, etc. Deontay Wilder's KO of Breazeale on Saturday. Whew, boy, you talk about the Bronze Bomber. We're going to jump into that, what it means for boxing. The Game of Thrones finale. Yeah, well, we've got a lot to break down with that. We're not going to give you spoilers on it. I'm just going to break down like numbers and how it did, etc. Magic Johnson ripped the Lakers and Rob Pelinka this morning. And I got some daily gambling picks for you. You can always find those over at winningcureseverything.com. Just click in the gambling picks section. The show, as always, brought to you by betnow.eu. Use promo code WINNING50, and they will give you a 50% deposit bonus. Incredible sportsbook online. It's great. Go check it out for yourself. Great odds, great everything. Anything that you want to bet on is going to be over there. Entertainment, games, series, everything. So go check it out for yourself. Betnow.eu. Use promo code WINNING50. Let's jump into topic number one. Trendon Watford commits to LSU. He does it in his high school in front of a giant crowd in Birmingham, Alabama. He's at Mountain Brook High School. A little strange to see a guy having a public announcement in Birmingham, Alabama, when it's coming down to Memphis, Alabama, and LSU. And then he doesn't choose Alabama. Now, the crowd was okay. You heard some boos and whatnot, but for the most part, it was really crazy to see him do this in front of a very pro the other team crowd, right? So I'd never understood why kids want to do that. It moves LSU from the number 87 class to the number 32 class in the country. It's the third straight class that LSU and Will Wade have gotten a McDonald's All-American. It's pretty incredible to me that Will Wade, there's a strong possibility he may not be the coach there next year, and he's still able to get a five-star guy. Now, truth be told, more than likely, he is going to be the coach next year, and Watford is going to end up being a one-and-done guy. Draft Express or NBADraft.net, I believe one or the other, and I should have looked this up beforehand. I just thought about it. NBADraft.net, I believe, has him projected as a top 20 pick next year. So, I mean, we'll see. But here we go, 2020 draft. Let's see. It's not. He's not in this one. And that's surprising to me. But either way, there are several mock drafts, and it may be like Draft Express. It may be Jonathan Gavoni that believes that he'll be a top 20 pick next year. So if you're only going to school for 1 year, you feel good about Will Wade. You feel good about the fact that there is a need at that position because Nas Reed is not going to be there. Bigby Williams is not going to be there. There's a hole there that Watford fits. So I got to tell you, I am not super surprised, but surprised that he did it in front of a big crowd. So, yeah, Will Wade, I think the growing feeling is he's got a good enough lawyer, and LSU is not going to fire him without cause. Like, they are going to have some proof come out before they fire Will Wade, because right now he's not in violation of his contract. That's the only issue. There's no real proof of anything. The NCAA cannot do anything about it as of yet. I take that back. The NCAA can do whatever they want to, but I feel like they're not going to. That's just the overwhelming feeling from this the corruption case. They don't seem to be in any hurry to get anything done. It may be 2 years before they ever come up on Will Wade again. And we'll see what happens from there. Deontay Wilder KOs Dominique Breazeale in the first round at the Barclays Center Saturday night. It was a thunderous hit. It was unbelievable. If you haven't watched it, just do a search on Twitter. Just type in Wilder KO, Deontay Wilder KO, Bronze Bomber, etc. Look, a quick jab opens up Breazeale for that right haymaker, and he caught him dead on. It was unbelievable. I don't think that anybody is so worried about getting a Wilder-Tyson Fury fight anymore. I think the fight that has to be made and has to be made now is Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Like, they've been dancing around this for a year and a half now. It needs to be made now. It's the biggest fight in boxing. It's been a long time since we've had a heavyweight fight that actually mattered, and this fight would matter. I mean, it would bring eyeballs like the sport of boxing has not seen for a heavyweight fight in a very, very long time. You know, even Triple G and Canelo didn't bring that many eyeballs. You know, the biggest thing that boxing had going for it for a while was Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, and then it was Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, who's not even a boxer. So boxing needs something like this to up the profile, to help bring in more people. I think they'll get it done. Remember, Dominique Breazeale took Anthony Joshua to 7 rounds. Deontay Wilder knocked him out in the first round. Just saying. Game of Thrones finale. Let's talk about the first 67 episodes of Game of Thrones, the first 7 seasons. According to IMDb, that's the Internet Movie Database, in Game of Thrones' first 67 episodes, only 3 were rated lower than an 8.6 average out of 10 by the fans. They had 1 8.1 and 2 8.5s. Everything else was 8.6 or higher. And then Season 8 gets here, and these are the ratings for Season 8. 8.0, 8.2, 7.9, 5.9, 6.5, 4.7. That's pretty insane. That's an average of 6.8 per episode. That is by far the worst. And these guys, Benioff and D.B. Weiss, managed to, once they took the show away from George R.R. Martin's books, they managed to write a show or a season bad enough that the 5 worst rated shows in the history of the 73 episode show were in this season. The 5 worst rated of all time were in this season. That is other level kind of stuff. You have to be insanely skilled to piss off that many people that loved this show. And I will admit, my wife and I sat and watched it last night, and we sat for 2-3 minutes in complete silence after the show was over. Had no idea what to think, no idea what to say. It made no sense. Right? And yes, you can come up with the story fits here, the story fits here. Either way, I think it was poorly done. It was poorly written. The entire last season was pretty bad. It did have its moments. I will admit that. It had its moments. But not enough good moments to overtake the bad ones. It felt rushed. The editing stuff where they kept the water bottles in the scene, they kept the Starbucks cup in one of the scenes. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. So USA Today, they listed their 5 worst series finales of all time. This was how they did it. Number 1 was How I Met Your Mother. Number 2, Seinfeld. Number 3, Lost. Number 4, Game of Thrones. Number 5, Dexter. I think I could probably agree with that. I think all of those were pretty bad. And I don't know that I'm going to re-rank them or anything like that. Overall, the 3 best, if you go online and just kind of do a search, the 3 best finales, Breaking Bad, MASH, Cheers, Friends, all of those did pretty well. I think they ended the show in a very fulfilling way. And the ones that I listed before, How I Met Your Mother, Seinfeld, Lost, Game of Thrones, and Dexter, were incredibly unfulfilling. Let's talk about Magic Johnson. Topic number 4. Magic Johnson absolutely ripped the Lakers and Rob Pelinka on ESPN's First Take this morning. Whoo, man, he went scorched earth on these dudes. And I find it funny. We all knew that he was going to talk eventually anyway. He was going to give us the rundown of exactly what happened. But he says that he loves the Lakers. And good luck to the Lakers being able to attract big-time free agents after this stuff. He said that agents warned him that Pelinka was after his job. He said that there were too many voices involved in decision-making. Like, for instance, he talked to Jeannie Buss and wanted to fire Luke Walton. And Jeannie Buss was wavering on it and had Tim whoever from the business side offer in his opinion, and they decided, no, we don't need to fire Walton right now. He's not the main issue. And then they go and fire Walton anyway after Magic resigns. I mean, I get it. The whole thing's a little crazy, but Jeannie Buss is getting advice from just all sorts of different people from outside who should have no say in the final decision. So I get where Magic's coming from. The weirdest thing, Pelinka had to introduce Frank Vogel as head coach today, and you talk about awkward. That just had to be the weirdest thing, because I'm sure Pelinka wanted nothing to do with that. But he came out and said that it was all just a misunderstanding, and that, like, Magic heard it from a ton of people. It wasn't just inside the Lakers organization. It was agents. It was people in the media. Everybody said that Pelinka was talking trash about him and saying that he wasn't in the office enough, that he wasn't doing his job, and that Pelinka was going for his job, which was president of basketball ops. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. He went bananas. Like, he seemed very constrained and whatnot, but he went off the rails with this interview, and I think it made him look bad. I think it made the Lakers look bad. It made everybody look bad. It was not a good thing for him to do, and yet it was insanely entertaining for us. So, Magic, I appreciate you. That was fun to watch this morning. It got everybody off of the Game of Thrones mess and back onto sports. Let's talk about the daily gambling picks. Last week, we were up 18 units. That's $450 for us. Let's jump into this week. Let's see if we can keep this string going. I got the Warriors money line tonight. I think they close this thing out. I don't think they want to go to a Game 5. Look, Dame Lillard is hurt. If you got an injured Dame Lillard, I don't think you can win, at least not against the Warriors, even without Boogie and without Kevin Durant. So I got Warriors money line. They're at minus 145, so put whatever you need to on that. I've got Twins money line in the first 5 against the Angels. I got Yankees minus half a run in the first 5 at the Orioles. I got the A's and Indians under 8 for the ball game. Padres minus 1 against the Diamondbacks. The A's and Indians no score in the first inning. Nationals Mets no score in the first inning. Mets Cubs Braves Twins money line parlay. And I would put very little on that. I mean, it's plus 1355. The odds of it hitting very slim, but I like all of them. So, and I've also got Braves and Giants first 5 under 4. So you can always go find the picks over at winningcureseverything.com. Go up to the navigation bar, click on click on gambling picks. winningcureseverything.com/gambling-picks if you just want to type it in, or it's down at the bottom in the description on the video. As always, share the show out for us. Leave some comments. Leave nice reviews on the podcast that you choose. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, etc. Whatever your favorite podcast app is, we are on there. We will see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for checking out Winning Cures Everything. If you want to keep up with us, hit subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. Visit the website at winningcureseverything.com, or you can like us on Facebook or follow us at Winning Cures, at Gary WCE, or at Chris B. Giannini on Twitter. Share out the show, leave a nice review, and make sure to comment and tweet at us.